Welcome back, Neilville Foodies. Thank you for tuning in once again. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video. We had a death in the family, so we had to kind of deal with that issue. But we are back and we are ready to cook. I am going to be doing something that's been highly requested, and that is homemade chicken and dumplings. Yes, even the dumplings are homemade. Now, you can make this recipe a whole lot easier just by getting a can of biscuits and rolling them out and cutting them and throwing them in the pot. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to make your own dumplings, and they taste better. Anything that's homemade always tastes better than all the preservatives and the different things, the additives that they have in those cans. So we're just going to show you how we do our own homemade dumplings. And for our ingredients, we have our all-purpose flour, we have our sea salt, our lard, our baking powder, we have our whole buttermilk that we're going to also be using in our dumplings. For our veggies, we have sweet peas, our celery, our carrots, green onions, yellow onions, fresh parsley. We have our stick of butter. We also have about 4 pounds of chicken breast that we're going to be boiling, and we're going to enhance that flavor with some of our chicken bouillon. So stay tuned. Like I said, this is a very easy, it's not complicated. Chicken and dumpling is not complicated, guys, at all. You just throwing some stuff in the flour and then just literally making a ball and throwing it in the pot. But we'll get to that. Before you do anything else, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, the notification button. You do not want to miss out what's coming out of Neilville. So stay tuned. We're going to get our veggies cut up and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we are back, and the first thing that we want to do before we start cutting up our vegetables is go ahead and getting our chicken to boiling. I've already cleaned this chicken. I have another video where I believe I cleaned chicken or oxtails, and I used the lime and the vinegar solution. I let my meat soak in that for about 30 minutes to get all of the impurities out. That lime and that vinegar activates together and is a natural cleaning product for your meats, such as chicken and oxtails and things like that. So one of the things that I did not have in the beginning of the video is my bay leaves. That's why it's important to always watch my videos, because I may think of something in the process of what I'm doing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add, I'm going to do about 2 or 3 bay leaves. And I'm also going to add, you have to salt this meal. Because if not, it will not be flavorful. And so I'm going to add about a tablespoon of salt. And this is all the salt that I'll add for this pot. So if anybody wants to add more, they can, but you want enough salt in the beginning so they can taste it. And then we're going to add water to just fill it up. Not all the way completely, but you know, just enough water for your chicken to boil, for the water to cover the chicken or your meat, whatever you're using. In this recipe, we're going to be boiling our chicken for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to come over to the table and start cutting up our vegetables. All right, guys, so real quick, I wanted to bring you back up because I wanted to show you the film that comes up when you're boiling chicken. This is the impurities that is coming out of the chicken. And what you want to do is just take a spoon and dip it out. Now that you have that out, you can go ahead and start adding any other seasonings that you want to add. So we'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so we are back, and while our chicken is finishing up boiling, we cut up all of our vegetables. We have our carrots, our onions, and our celery, and we just basically cut up everything into kind of bite-sized pieces. This is, you know, for your home. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be restaurant quality cut up, honey. Just however you want to cut them, honey. It's your kitchen. Do what you want. Next, we have our parsley that we cut up that we're going to be using. We also have the tops of our green onions cut up. I did add something that I did not put in the video. It's a tablespoon of garlic that I'm also going to add. So right now we're going to set this to the side. And we're going to start working on our dumplings. And right here in this bowl, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And what we're going to add, this is a tablespoon. Now, a lot of people have like this recipe and they'll put like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of baking powder. But the reason why I put a tablespoon is because it makes it more airier and fluffier. So you don't have to use this much. It's up to you. So we're going to add that in. We also are going to be adding in our teaspoon of salt. We have our half of cup of lard, or you can use Crisco. Or you don't have to use this at all. You can use butter. Or I know a lot of people use like butter, and they'll put their butter in the milk and mix it up. But however, we actually have 1 cup of buttermilk that we're going to add. And we're going to get this mixed in. I do have a KitchenAid that I probably could use, but I don't think I want to pull that out. So we just want to be able to make a dough with this. And because I do like flavor, I'm also going to add a handful of parsley because it also does something with the color. And I'm going to add some green onions. And so we're going to get this mixed in until it makes a ball of dough. And guys, this is it. This is pretty much what your dough is going to look like. You'll pick out about this much and put it in your stock. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we are back. And what I did, I removed the chicken, and I also removed the broth, the stock that the chicken made. Now what you want to do, you want to take a half a stick of butter and let that start melting. And then you want to go ahead and add your veggies. Your holy trinity, your celery, carrots, and onions. And what you want to do is to start cooking these to help, especially the carrots, because carrots take longer to cook. So when you saute them and allow the onions to get translucent and everything starting to get cooked through, it'll speed up the cooking time. Okay, guys, so we are back. I added 1 more tablespoon of butter. I let my veggies cook for about 8 minutes. Now I want to add my teaspoon of garlic. I'm sorry, my tablespoon of garlic. And I'm adding 1/4 cup of flour. And that's to help thicken up my stock. And I'm going to let this cook a little bit so I can get a roux. Cook that flour taste out. And then we're going to add back the chicken stock that we cooked our chicken in. And this is our chicken stock that we took out. We're just going to add that back in. And so now to really enhance the chicken flavor in our dumplings, we're going to be adding a couple of tablespoons of our chicken bouillon. And if you have bouillon cubes, or if you have the liquid, that's fine. But something just to enhance the flavor. All right, guys, so we're going to leave this. We're going to let this boil on medium high for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to add our dumplings. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we are back, and we have let our stock cook for about 15 minutes. All our veggies are tender and ready to go. What we did, we went ahead while we were waiting on our stock. We shredded our chicken, and we also just went ahead and made little dough balls so we can go ahead and dump them in one by one. And when you dump these in, make sure they're not touching, because they will stick together. We just want to get all of these dumped in. All right, guys, so we got all our dumplings in. We're going to let this cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then we're going to add our chicken and our frozen peas, so stay tuned. All right, guys, we are back. And as you can see, our dumplings have been cooking for 10 minutes. And, guys, you got to be careful not to stir these too quick, because they will break up. Some of mine did break up, but that's okay. Now we want to just add our chicken back in that we shredded. And we want to add the rest of our green onion. And more of our parsley. And we want to get out our peas. And of course, peas, that is an option. You don't have to. And guys, you don't have to add as much greenery as I did. This is just the way I like my chicken and dumplings. So we're going to let this cook for about another 10 minutes. Let the peas get warmed through, and we'll be ready to plate. All right, guys, so we are back, and we have got the finished product. We have our bowl of chicken and dumplings from scratch right here. Yes, this was a simple and easy recipe that anybody could do. You don't have to necessarily go out and buy biscuits and the prepackaged dumplings, honey. You can do it right at home, and it tastes better. So I want to tell you all, thank you all for subscribing. I really hope you enjoy this recipe. Please give it a thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, share, hit the notification button. We are coming out with more things for Welcome to Neilville. We're trying to get all the requests in this season. So stay tuned. Be safe. Remember, only what you do for Christ will last. And let me get a bite of this real quick. I'm really anxious. Oh my God. Y'all. That's it right there. That's it. Like I said, thank you all for tuning in. Go ahead and give that video a like, a thumbs up, share these videos. We appreciate you all. Love you all. You all stay blessed and have a great, great weekend.